Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Tony X Tony, and don't forget the eggs. Let's go. First of all, thank you for stopping by the channel. Second of all, let's have a talk about One Piece. And I just want to talk about the fact that people keep like fear mongering people that are not involved in the community of like reading One Piece, or they're very far behind, into trying to make them catch all the way to the beginning of the story, which I've been guilty of too. But a recent thing has happened in my life that has like caused an epiphany of my of the way that I view the series and just like anime and stuff in general, because it's rare that I'm ever in the position of like this certain circumstance. So Attack on Titan is an anime that I watched the first season of whenever it first came out. I was in college. I was in my apartment. I ain't have a dorm. I had an apartment, and in there it was like me and all my homies from college. We sat down. This is like, I watched the episode by myself and I was like, yo, this is crazy. This is mind blowing. This is like literally gonna be revolutionary. And I didn't really know that that was gonna actually be the case at the moment in time. That's just like how it felt. It was just that like dope and so electric that it was just mind-blowing, because there was really nothing else like it at the time, especially with the graphics the way they was, just the amount of violence that the way it was. The thing that like was kind of the most cutting edge at the time whenever it came to graphics and stuff that I remember, at least in my world, was Fate Stay Night. And you know, that was like cut top of the line. That was like some real good stuff. And then the next thing you know, which is still is amazing, but you get Attack on Titan, which I haven't finished all the way yet, but me and my wife, we've been watching it and stuff like that, and we've gotten to some crazy dope stuff. And I'm just like, yo, I'm glad that I low-key waited for this to be over with, because now there's no pressure of me having to like wait for the week-to-week grind, which I enjoy with One Piece, because it does give you a different dimension whenever you're like following through with it. It's like you catch up to it and it's almost like rewarding. I've been caught up to it for like super long now at this point, but that's why I kind of like, I got so jaded on the fact of telling everybody else like, if you're not caught up to this right now, you're gonna be missing out on the big finale at the same time as everybody else. And you know, all the different arguments and stuff that we get to them about why they need to be catching up to the series and how it's gonna affect how they view this story. But like, yo, low key, if I could choose two ways to watch One Piece, I wish that I could do it two ways. Like, do it how I'm doing now, reading it week to week and really experiencing it for what it is, and you know, knowing what the anime is gonna entail and stuff like that. But then there's also the part of me that wishes that like I was from maybe the Gen Alpha kids or something like that, and there's really no way that I would ever be able to read the story before it got really popular, like really close to the end, or was completed, and they get to like digest the story in one big piece, or else at least like not in, it's gonna be just like a totally different thing. They're gonna get almost all the way to the end and really get to live out the ending in a way that most people won't be able to, like especially people that are fans for now. Oh yeah, by the way, if you guys are seeing this mess in the background, I apologize. We're moving, so like upsizing, getting bigger and better things, you know, all this grinding stuff pays off in the long run. And hey, Sue, my cat Sue nowadays, she was back there playing with bags and stuff like that. So I apologize, y'all. Anyway, yeah, but the point of what I'm saying is like, One Piece is gonna be there, and this is like kind of a conversation that goes with all the different anime and stuff. Like, I've really learned to love to watch them at the end of the, like whenever the story is at its ending. Like right now I'm watching My Hero Academia, and it's mad, like it's good stuff, but at the same time I know I'm gonna have to wait week to week, and it's gonna be one of them week to week grinds where it's like, man, gotta wait more. Or I could go read the manga, which like I love reading manga and stuff, but you know, I just got a lot more stuff going on, so it's harder to find the time to just really sit down and read like 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 different manga like I used to. I used to read the whole things, like I knew every one of them. Nowadays I'm just like, yo, One Piece is good enough for me, and I'll just watch the animes. I always used to laugh at the people that I thought was old, and like I'm becoming that, and it's hilarious. I like fully embrace it. So like, I'm only 31 years old, but you know, 31 whenever I was 18, I thought 31 was ancient. I'm not gonna lie to you. So it's just funny. It's hilarious how the tables turn, and like I'm becoming the thing that I thought I'd never become. So if you are 18 right now and you think that you're gonna want to read manga for the rest of your life, I mean, you might be one of them people that's like able to keep up the lifestyle, and hopefully you are. But like, if you're gonna do that, you might as well find a way to get paid. You know, get on YouTube, start talking about it. But anyway, yeah, I really don't want to beat this horse into the ground. I just want to have a quick little fun talk about this. Like, yo, it is kind of crazy how people, including myself, I used to be one of the people, bro. Like, that's why I'm not trying to get too much on this high horse. It's more of a funny conversation to me where I used to be like, yo, you know, like, there's some crazy stuff happening right now, and I always had to let them know exactly what they was missing. But I never spoil stuff for people. Like, that's the one thing I'm really good at. I will not spoil anything for nobody on any shows, period. It's just not gonna happen. I'm not gonna do it, and I don't care. You can ask me the ending of a story, and unless you say you're never gonna watch it, which with One Piece, I would never say never, because one day you might really get the urge to want to watch it for whatever reason, one way or another. And one thing before I could continue babbling, like, One Piece is one of those series where, like, you might not like it right now, but whenever you need something like you need a foundation or something like that, or something to just like hold on to or give you strength there or something, One Piece is really that thing. For whatever reason, everybody that I know that really loves One Piece seems like they got into it whenever they was kind of going through something in their personal life, and then it really kind of helps you to like connect with the characters on a more individual basis. Especially like, you might not necessarily be like the biggest Luffy fan, which I am. I love Luffy, that's my guy. But you might really connect with Nami, or you might really connect with Zoro. Like, for whatever reasons, there's just something about each one of these characters that kind of like makes us all love them. Like, I know my wife, she loves Tony Chopper the most, which is funny because you would think that my name is inspired by Tony Chopper, but it's really actually inspired by Hunter x Hunter. But my name is Anthony, so like I just took the Tony and Tony, and it wasn't really until after that like the Tony Chopper thing kind of like came into my mind, because my wife started saying it all the time, and I was just like, yo, I'm not like the biggest Chopper fan. I don't hate Chopper or nothing, but he's just King of Lightning. If you don't know him, he's a YouTuber. He's like a much bigger YouTuber than I am at this current moment in time. But he always calls it the merch no me that Chopper has. Basically, like, he's a merchandise salesman. Everything he does is meant to be kawaii and cute and just like something that can be sold. And like, ever since, I was never the biggest fan of that, but now that he put it in that way, it's really hard for me to like want to love Chopper. But I've grown to love him. He's a really dope character, and actually I actually like Chopper a lot more now that my wife has given me the perspective of like her love of him. You know what I mean? It's kind of made him more endearing to me and not so annoying and just like a character used for fan service and stuff. But you know, that could be said about all the characters in some way or another, I guess. It's, you know how that show is. But anyway, yeah, get into One Piece if you haven't. I do recommend it at some point. It doesn't have to be today. It don't gotta be tomorrow. It doesn't even have to be in the next 10 years, because who knows if it's gonna be done by then. All I'm saying is, it is a beautiful story, and I really want to say that it's one of them things that, like I said, you'll find it, and I think that One Piece has a way of finding you, which is like one of the craziest things to say, because Luffy, he really kind of like embodies that exact principle. He like seeks out adventure, but he's so open to any adventure that, like, if you get to encounter Luffy, you're almost like one of the lucky ones. And man, it's crazy how the luck of Luffy entwines with the luck of whole countries and eventually the whole world probably, and he doesn't really mind or care about any of it, but the path just is unfolding for him to become the greatest pirate of all time. And it's a beautiful thing. Anyway, I could talk about that all day, but yeah, that's all. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what y'all think in the comments about this conversation. Do y'all think that the fearmonger is getting out of pocket? Or are you like, man, they better just get on it. I don't care. I'm a fearmonger until the end. You guys let me know. Don't forget the X. Yeah. Peace.